Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Hearts of Iron 4 here today on the channel. We're back on our Hoi 4 Soviet Union Comintern campaign. This is episode 6. In today's episode, we're going to be declaring war upon the French Empire here today. So if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on. Let me know in the comments, feedback and suggestions for the series thus far, where you want me to expand and conquer. If you're not, feel free to leave a dislike and offer a suggestion of what other strategy games you'd like me to let's play instead. It's the 4th of December, 1941. So we're still continuing on with the Man the Guns DLC and Route to 56 mod and Chaos AI. So in the last episode we managed to eliminate the Japanese, taking most of China and dishing it out between the Allied forces. Japan is currently occupied by Chinese Soviet forces and Korean forces as well. So if you guys can remember, in the last episode, even though the French were still technically in the Comintern, they had turned fascist. Now, they've actually left the Comintern now and declared their own faction, the French Empire. We obviously cannot allow a nationalist French to rise. We don't want to have history repeat itself like with Napoleon. The French throughout this campaign have been playing a tale of two sides, cozying up to the Allies where possible, and same with the Comintern. They've found a sort of middle ground between democracy and Comintern in this save, fascism. So we need to get rid of them, mainly even due to as well the amount of foreign territory they received from me in the last couple of wars. For example, not usually the French occupy Portugal and their African territories. They've even got like communist puppet states here in Tunisia and West Africa and whatnot. So, yeah, we're going to be dealing with them here today. Numerically, we have the numbers of them. We have 372 divisions to 7,300 battalions. This army is battle-hardened from early wars in Finland, Sweden, Scandinavia, the Middle East, Balkans, against the Germans, Italians, and obviously in the East as well. Once we finish off the French Empire, we can go and deal with the United States and Great Britain as well. So we've got a couple new factions in the Comintern as well. Argentina has joined along with Mexico, which is great to see. We should be able to defeat the French quite easily, as we do have a lot of communist allies nearby. Belgium, Italy, and we've moved all our divisions on the border here now. As long as we seize the mainland of France, we'll be fine. We don't need to probably worry about their African territories. We'll let the Allies deal with that. So wars-wise, the French-British war has actually kicked off. They're actually already at war with them because they declared war upon Allied-backed Luxembourg. Peru's at war with Ecuador, and there's a Chinese minor war going on as well. They were going to try and annex Switzerland, which is quite crazy. But regardless, we're going to betray the French, our once former allies, who really stopped Germany's advance westward in Europe. And now we're going to return the favour there. So we're going to be pushing against them. We have air superiority over the top. And I was planning on moving my navy to the British Channel to occupy in and be housed in Germany. In Hessen, I think this is the port. What's the port to the north here I was sending them to? Wilhelmshaven. I think that's how you say it or something. Alright, so trying to avoid the old remains of the Maginot Line is probably our best bet. I've put the majority of my 350 battalions further north. The quicker we can seize Paris, the better. Alrighty, and I reckon now... Oh, they've actually been thrown out of Portugal now. Looks like... Yeah, because we have Soviet North Africa helping out as well. And, oh, it looks like there are small guerrilla French pocket units in some of our territory in Turkey, the Middle East, and China as well. So we're going to try and push them as best as we can. It doesn't actually look like there's many to the north there. So the French were trying to go for Switzerland. The United States was already going for the French. And I'm not sure what the UK is doing under Winston. But we cannot allow, like I said, history to repeat itself. We cannot allow another dictator like Napoleon to arise. Jacques Dirot. Morocco has capitulated. I was concerned about their African territory, but it looks like our Soviet African forces seem to be helping out, and we've got air superiority over the top. Not so much in Italy. However, we have allowed the French to overextend themselves in Tuscany, and we're going to be able to round them up. Oh, the fall of Paris. I think it was by Belgian forces, was it? Did it? It could have very well have, because Belgium's been quite interesting in this game. Yes, we will back the Comintern. They were one of the very first factions, Western factions, to join communism, which is interesting. So we're pushing headstrong. So we might even have to give some of the Belgium some territory. So we've killed 500,000 French. We've only lost 45 Soviets. 9,000 Swedes have died. 3,000 there. What sort of happened here, like in Luxembourg and stuff? United States lost 8,000. Kingdom of Spain 6,000. Oh yeah, because they would have been pushing against that French territory. I forgot about Spain. Spain's been super weird in this. So okay, I haven't looked at Spain in quite some time. Oh, my atomic research has been complete. So that means we can get some reactors soon. So let's focus on that. Right, so what I was laughing at is that it is currently authoritarian, the House of Bourbon. Okay, so potentially, yeah, if Britain went like... God, they are 68% communist. That's crazy. What was I going to say? Yeah, maybe they're sort of back towards the monarchy more. So, I guess. But we are just hammering through there. 100 to 150. With our battalions, we're fine. So, there's only 280k Allied and Communist forces against 700,000 French. So, we are struggling to push through what you would consider the Maginot Line. And, yeah, sure, Denmark can send forces through there. And even somewhat here in Italy as well, we are struggling a little bit by the look of it. So, Brest is now... Oh, here we go. Yeah, that's it. The peace conference is over. The Treaty of Brest. The French have capitulated. So, Morocco, Spain have signed a white peace. Right, okay. Well, we are using a player-led peace conference. So I can give myself all the war score and try and evenly distribute it where I can. But I've said this before many times. Obviously, when you as a player you choose it, there is a underlying bias, of course. Alrighty, so let's see what we're working with the French. So they've got African territories and then France itself. Look, okay, so the reason why they have territory in Germany is because I gifted them territory after we took out the Germans. So maybe I'm better off to give that territory to Belgium, along with this border territory here as well. I give this all to Belgium and create a big Belgium state there. We could even give it all to France, like give all of it instead of puppeting them. And then I can take this back. I can take this back and take some of this border territory here back. And then just give most of this to Belgium. That could be the potential place I can get that stuff back. Okay, giving the French gifted territories back to Italy as well. It's probably a good idea there. I need to think about what I want to do with France. But with Spain, we can give them Portugal. And yeah, we probably want to unite Soviet North Africa. I think that's what I want to do. But we'll give the Kingdom of Spain the entirety of the Iberian Peninsula for now. Yep, you know what? Instead of actually puppeting France, I'm just going to give the entirety of it to Belgium. Let them rule over it, my allies. They've been loyal incredibly early on from me. We might as well reward their loyalty with rule over France instead of bringing a ethnically French backed communist state because they stabbed us in the back. Belgium can rule over them. Loyal from the get-go. Belgium will rise again. Make Belgium great again. So we'll give them all of the French mainland territory for now. There you go, Belgium. Okay, and then we've got African territories to deal with. Well, Soviet North Africa might be the play. I believe People's Democratic Republic of Ethiopia is technically a puppet of mine, which is Soviet-backed. But Soviet North Africa, I think, would be just the play to give it all to them. Make a united Soviet Africa. Because Soviet North Africa, we could just call it Soviet Africa for short. Can basically rule the rest of their lands. Yep, so Soviet North Africa will give them the rest of the French state, which is quite large. There might have even been some Pacific islands as well, which they can manage. Alright, let's end that there. So, man, oh man, we're really painting the world with Soviet colors. So 30,000 equipment was seized. Crikey. So let's have a look at what it looks like. So a united allied Iberia stands with the Kingdom of Spain. The Belgian People's Republic now occupies what was France. Soviet North Africa now is substantial, to say to the least, under Hassan. He occupies territory of most of North, West, and a decent amount of Central Africa along with this. So we should be able to unify and unite that, which is good. So, yeah. There's a small bit probably like north to south, sort of eastward more, from Egypt to South Africa. There is an allied sort of connective tissue. We still want to try and bring in the Soviet Republic, but we are having a problem with that because, so this Chinese Soviet Republic is not allowed to join the faction. I'm not entirely sure why that is. Maybe because I refused them pretty early on. That could be the potential. So, wars-wise at the moment, we've still got the Ecuadorian and Peruvian war, and there's a Chinese war still going on as well. So, looking at Europe, the only other neutral faction is... Okay, so these guys are independent, along with... So, Morocco and Tunisia. Surely you want to join me. Switzerland hasn't picked a side, typical. But it looks like now we want to prepare for the Allied invasion. So, a couple of the major players that I can already foresee that have probably over 50 military factories. So, we have to deal with a massive united India, which stretches into China. We're going to have to deal with that front. Also in the Middle East as well. A Kingdom of Iraq that's taken like Saudi territory, Egypt and Sudan. We've got to focus on that front. We also need to take out the Kingdom of Spain, but we really want to focus on the British mainland, Denmark, the Netherlands, and Norway. Join them, and then we have to get to the United States itself. Looking in Latin America and South America, I'm probably not going to have to worry about that too much, and we'll be able to leave like the Soviet North Africa to their own devices there. They can sort themselves out. Brazil's quite large, but I think Argentina and communist-backed Colombia and Venezuela would be fine. We can attack the United States mainland itself, as we have some communist allies here in Nicaragua, Honduras, and the Dominican Republic, and Mexico's on our side, so we can actually push through the border states of California, Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. That could be the play as well. We currently have 377 divisions and 7,400 battalions, and we can get more as well, especially with those equipment seized. So, we're going to be going to war with the Allied forces in the next episode. Hopefully, we can get these... Yeah, okay, we can get that... Ah, I forgot about that bonus. So, 614 days we get a nuke reactor. Can't... Angan uranium. Right, because of our treaty with Belgium, we were able to get uranium from the Belgium Congo. That's cool. Nuclear research rate 15%. I was just looking at that minor buff. But anyway, guys, unfortunately it's time to end the video here. Thanks for watching this episode of the Soviet Union Man the Guns DLC Road to 56 modded campaign. My name has been Simpzy. Stay tuned for future wars to come on Hearts of Iron 4. But yep, upmost, if you're not enjoying it, leave a dislike, like if you support it. It just lets me know and gauge whether or not I should be playing more Hearts of Iron 4 or more Total War or another strategy game instead. Hope you enjoyed the French War that we managed to wrap up. Quite cool, something a little bit different, and we've stopped another dictator rising in Europe. Everything's coming up. Joseph Stalin. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you would like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box. These days, to get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click the bell, of course, to join the notifications squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.